Hi everyone, this is Ferdinand from Superuser Projectile. Today we are going to be taking a look at the iPhone 8, almost 5 years after its original release. Let's get right to it. So the iPhone 8 was released alongside the iPhone 10 as a cheaper option, and also if people wanted this older design, it came in two size options, and this is the smaller one, the one that we are going to be focusing on today, although most of the things I talk about will apply to the larger one as well. So the design of the iPhone 8 is very similar to the new iPhone SE. On the front, it looks identical. We have Touch ID on this iPhone, which is very fast and is a great alternative to Face ID. We also have a water-resistant seal. On the back, a little bit different, the new iPhone SE has the Apple logo down here and it has no iPhone labeling, but pretty much the same overall. So we've got our LCD display right here. This is not the newer OLED technology. It still looks reasonably good for a display, and it also has True Tone, so that basically will change the color temperature according to your lighting. Now on the back we have a single camera right here and a quad LED True Tone flash, which will kind of adjust the color for your lighting. Then on the bottom we have a lightning port right here, no headphone jack, that was removed with the iPhone 7. And then we just have our power button and volume buttons right here. Also, the back is glass, so it supports 5-watt wireless charging, so not super fast, but it is a nice to have. And the lightning port supports fast charging as well. You can charge up halfway in half an hour. As for performance, this phone is still very good. Apps open quickly and the overall experience is just very responsive, and it's not even too different from the newer iPhones. So if we just go to some apps right here, we can see everything is opening very fast. It's very responsive overall. It's got 2 GB of RAM, so it's not the best for multitasking, although it's definitely adequate. This phone is still getting iOS updates, and it will probably continue getting them for at least 2.5 more years. Lately they've been supporting phones for a lot longer than they normally do, and they've even performed very great on their final versions of software. Now, battery life on this iPhone is not nearly as great as some of the newer ones. So depending on how much you use your phone, you might have to recharge throughout the day. If you want to check your battery health, you go to settings, battery health. You can see the maximum capacity right there. If you see a message here about, it experienced an unexpected shutdown or something like that, that may throttle your performance, and I would get it replaced at that point, although you can temporarily disable that and see if it happens again. You can always get the battery replaced either through Apple or you can do it yourself, and that is a great way to make this phone feel like new. So battery life is probably the weakest part of this phone. However, it may be fine for you depending on how much you use it. Now let's talk about the camera right here. I have a few shots to show you. So pretty good camera quality considering the age, but the newer ones are definitely better. Now, is this still a good phone? Well, if you have an iPhone 8 and the battery is still working good for you and you don't need the latest camera quality or displays or stuff like that, I would say hold on to this phone until it becomes slow or it becomes unsupported or something like that. If you are looking to get one of these, maybe you have, an older phone and you want to upgrade to these, you can get them for reasonable prices. If you shop around, I would look on eBay and you can get a reasonable price on one of these. So I would get one with a reasonable amount of storage. So I'm just going to choose these options right here and then show the results. Now, if you get one of these certified refurbished ones like this, you will definitely be getting good quality. So, it may show signs of wear depending on how much you spend, but I think it's a great deal on a phone like this. So if we look at something like this, you can do storage capacity right here, and then color. You can get something for a reasonable price. Also consider an iPhone 7 because you can find those not in the best condition, but you can find them for maybe about $100, so they're a very good value too, and they give you a lot of the things that this does. But I think that this phone is still worth buying if you can get a good deal on it, and if you have an Android and are wanting to switch to an iPhone but you don't want to spend very much, this is a great way to do it. So that's about it for today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, if it has helped you out, make sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. We will see you next time.